It's Super Saturday Part 2 and it's Gujarat Titans taking on the Delhi Capitals, and it's going to be an absolutely feisty clash. The reason I say that is because both teams, of course, got off to flying starts. So what's this match preview? We've got Graeme Smith in the house. Hi ladies and gentlemen, my name's Avni Shege, watching cricket.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for all the insights, as you can tell, because it's been a rollicking IPL so far. Graeme Smith, how are you, and how are you looking at this clash for starters?
Afternoon, big man. I'm excited. I'm good. I think IPL has got off to a cracking start. So many close games. So that has always been the thing about the IPL, how even the competition is, and we're saying that this year is going to be even tighter. So yeah, looking forward to this one. DC with the win, GT with the win as well. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, speaking of GT, they got off to a sensational start, of course. Now, let's start with Delhi, though, because they have some obvious loopholes, so to speak, in both departments. They don't have all their players back as yet. Do you think teams will be fancying their chances against Delhi Capitals, who are normally a very good side in the last 3 years of the IPL?
Very good side, a well-led, experienced coach in Pune, Ricky Ponting. Rishabh Pant has the ability to set the tournament alight. Yeah, I think just their challenges around injuries and the international players in particular. I think previous game only went in with three, managed a decent performance. So they'll be happy to get off to a positive start. But, their big goals, try and get players fit and get them on the park.
All right. You talk about Gujarat Titans and that bowling attack. It's scary, all right. You have Lockie Ferguson, Rashid Khan, not to forget Mohammad Shami, who was absolutely sensational. Do you think, by the looks of things, they have the most lethal bowling this season?
Yeah, look, I'm actually a bit disappointed that I didn't realise how good their bowling attack early on, when you were asking me for predictions. But, I think that, that little setup that they've got there is terrific. I think, especially playing in Pune, we saw the other night, the ball went around early on, the new ball. If you got the ball in the right area, you were able to extract, rewards. Prasidh Krishna was a perfect example of that. There was pace, there was swing. And I think this attack in Lockie Ferguson, Shami is just world class. At seam upright, he'll do damage. Varun Aron, and then you've got the terrific skill of through the middle of Rashid Khan. So that's a good little bowling attack Gujarat Titans have got with Hardik Pandya, the all-rounder.
All right, and just to put you on the spot here, is it the most lethal bowling attack, you reckon?
I think it's up there. I think it's a combination. They've got a lot covered. So I'm going to say yes. And I'm disappointed I missed out on not seeing that earlier.
It's all right. Now, of course, that bowling attack will be up against the likes of Rishabh Pant. So let's talk about him, because he normally bats a little bit, the word is sedate, which comes to mind when he's playing for Delhi Capitals. But with India, it's a completely different picture. Is that purely because of his role in Delhi Capitals and the responsibilities that he has?
I think it definitely does play a role. He would be considering, the responsibility. I think that one of the biggest things that he carries is his need to perform. He needs people around him to start consistently performing. That'll give him the confidence to relax and then to play his natural game. I think when he looks at his lineup, he probably is a little bit uncertain about how the guys around him are going to go. And then he carries that pressure plus the leadership responsibility into his game. And I think the key for Prithvi Shaw, Saifat and the likes around him, Mandeep Singh, Yadav, is to provide that confidence that they're in form, that they can perform as well. And then I think that'll bring the best out of Rishabh Pant in the tournament.
Okay, so do you think there is merit in his role staying constant in both sides, Smithy?
I think we're going to see a Rishabh Pant grow and develop as a cricketer throughout. But I really would hate him to lose that flair that he's got that makes him so exciting, his ability to change the game, see the game differently. We don't want Rishabh Pant playing like anybody else. Yes, as he gains experience, he'll learn. He'll hopefully learn from his mistakes. But we want to keep Rishabh Pant exciting. Let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah, fingers crossed from the Delhi Capitals. And of course, the exuberance of youth. And nearly messed up my words there. But speaking of exuberance of youth, there's of course Prithvi Shaw and Shubman Gill. Now, I want to put you on the spot again. Who would you rather have in your T20 side, Shaw or Gill?
I would rather have Shubman Gill. He would be hugely disappointed about his game one and the shot he played. I don't think he needs to be swinging like that. But, I think Prithvi Shaw has a lot of talent, hasn't really lived up to that ability of late. I think Shubman Gill got a better all-round game. Just a player that can really set the tournament alight. I think he's a player, and both of them in particular probably need a bit of confidence. That they need to, get some runs behind them, and then you'll see the best of them. But I think I would rather have Shipman Gill if you gave me the choice.
Okay, and given the fact that your fellow compatriot Anrik Nokia is around, how can we not talk about him? Because Delhi need him soon. Let's not make any mistake about that. Do you have any update on his fitness, first and foremost?
Yeah, it's been unfortunate. I mean, Nokia's been out since the T20 World Cup in the Emirates. Picked up a fairly large back and hip injury. It's taken a lot of time for him to recover. I mean, he's a professional. I know him. He'll be working so hard behind the scenes to get his body right. Look, the challenge is he's such a dynamic player for both South Africa, and Delhi. They'll want to get him on the park as soon as possible. He's also going to take some time to get match fit. I mean, he's got what's it now? 6 to 7 months since he's played a game. So, they'll be working hard. He'll be bowling in the nets to try and get that match fitness up. But he's going to be key for them. I think this game I expect him to bring in another international bowler, either the Fizz from Bangladesh or a fellow South African, Lungi Ngidi.
Okay. Just to finish up this Nokia chat then, in the grander scheme of things, do you think he'll be able to fill in that Dale Steyn void for South Africa going ahead?
Yeah, I think he's going to, if he can stay fit, he's going to be a superstar. I think he's got everything. He's got pace. His skills have grown so quickly. He's developed at a quicker pace than I think any of us expected. And you see, in all formats, he started making huge impacts for South Africa. So I think he's going to become another South African fast bowling icon.
All right. Just before we finish this match preview as ever, we always ask the experts for their predictions. Smithy, of course, this is in Pune, this clash. So based on that, Gujarat Titans or Delhi Capitals, who's going to have the last laugh?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Gujarat Titans. I feel that the Pune, is particularly watching the game the other night, I think with this bowling attack that Gujarat have, I think that they've got the ability to really maximise those conditions. And they've got that first game under their belt. They'll be breathing easy, first IPL win, and moving on to game 2. And I expect them to dominate this game.
Okay, let us know in the comments below, viewers, if you think that Graeme Smith's bias with Gary Kirsten and company, or you agree with his thoughts in terms of Gujarat Titans. That's all we have in this match preview. Thanks so much for joining us. Subscribe, like I said, and of course, Graeme Smith will be back with us shortly in the post-match review in the scheme of things.